Starring Dude.
Hey, my tunes, Stevie here. So, yeah, object shows are pretty cool. That's the video, nigga, go. Okay, but like, jokes aside though, object shows, they're pretty cool, but they are pretty niche still. Like, the OSC as a whole is a lot bigger than it was like 6 or 7 years ago when I first joined the OSC, but like, still. And if I'm being honest, it's pretty hard to get people into object shows because a lot of them, aren't great introductions. Hell, I'd argue that even BFDI isn't a great introduction, at least the first season. Like, yeah, it's like the most important object show because it was the first, but like, I don't know, this really isn't the peak of BFDI in my honest opinion. But if we're like talking about good introductions to object shows, I've seen this sort of kind of discussion about how one, yeah, you saw that coming, isn't a very good introduction. So before I continue, basically what one is this sort of deconstruction of object shows as a whole. Like overall, one is a completely different object show, and while at first it does seem like your typical object show, as it continues though, you can definitely see that it is not your normal object show. And I think that's the reason why people don't think it's a great introduction. Like, imagine watching one for the first time and thinking, wow, this is amazing. Then you find another object show, and then all of a sudden, yeah, nigga. Now, with one being sort of a deconstruction of object shows, you don't necessarily need to consume the media that it's deconstructing to actually get it, or at least like it, if that makes sense. And in one's case, I think the quality is still pretty good if you don't really know what object shows are. Like, yeah, would some of the tropes make more sense if you actually knew what object shows are? Well, yes, obviously, but at the end of the day, it's still a pretty good show. So, do I think one's not a great introduction to object shows? Well, it really depends on who you ask, really. I mean, I wouldn't know. I joined the OSC in 2017, and fun fact, it was around the time BFB premiered. So I wouldn't really know what someone would think with this being the first introduction of an object show. So, it really depends. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say, and see ya, my tunes. Stay edgy, stay crypto, and stay awesome, my friends. Tunes TV out. I want to kill myself so bad.